This is Marie with another mini video for you today. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Today we will be using a natural blending family with Copic E30, 31, 33, and 35. An optional high intensity will be E37. We're going to be using Lisbeth and Chicks for our stamped image today from Little Darlings. And we're just going to be focusing on her hair today. I'm going to have the highlight coming from your upper left-hand side and the shadow from your right side. The techniques will be on paper blending and the flicking method that we used in class 1. And the tip that I'm going to share with you today is with wavy hair, look for the mountains, the peaks, and the valleys. A technique I learned from Suzanne Dean, and it is so helpful. And taking my very lightest highlight marker, I'm just marking out those peaks so that I will be able to see where I want my greatest amount of highlight. And as I flick toward each side of my highlight with this very light color, you can begin to see how the waves take form. Again, looking for those peaks and the valleys. And now for the actual coloring process, I will be just starting with very small areas to begin with. And I'm doing the E35, which is my shadow of this combo, and I'm marking out the valleys at this time, again working on a small area for easier blending. I'm marking the hairline and the very darkest part of my hair using a very light flicking method toward the highlight, but not flicking too far into it because you do have a few other colors to go. And now I'm going to take my E33 and I'm going to be flicking from the outer edge of this 35 toward the highlight once again. Light flicking method. On this image, I'm only going to be working on the actual your left side because I'm trying to keep this as a mini video, but the process will be the same. Each step will be repeated for 3 times: the left side, the front, and the right side. Again, gently flicking up to continue to make a very smooth peak and valley. I'm moving on to one of my midtones, my E31. Again, flicking very lightly, but not over blending, wanting to still make it look like strands of hair. And then taking my highlight and just lightly flicking from both the upper and lower sides toward the center. And that will make your peak and your waves. See how that's coming along? And now I'm going to take an optional E37 because I like high intensity. And I'm going to actually separate the clusters of hair and emphasize a little bit of the hairline. Now for high intensity, you'll want to do this very sparingly. If you overdo it, it will lose some of its effect. But using it sparingly can be a very effective way of really enhancing the dimension of your image. So just separating those clusters will make it pop. And on this particular area, we're moving on to the front. marking that highlight. Same process we used on the left hand side. I guess it was the shadow we're marking. Sorry. And blending out with our E. Sometimes I skip directly to the 31. On this one I'm using the 33, but for very small areas, sometimes you might want to, if you're using 4 of your basic blending, you may want to omit one of your colors if the area is very small. And now I'm using my high intensity again to separate my clusters of hair and adding more dimension. So I hope this will help you, and that you see that as we repeat this process, it really allows those waves to flow. Hope you enjoyed this, and keep coloring.